Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are finally ready to start the last DLC, which is called Trespasser, and it will be different to the previous two DLCs that we played. Because we won't be able to come back to Skyhold, which is why I've already upgraded all my gear. I'm pretty sure that where we're going, we'll be able to upgrade the gear. Especially for Cassandra, since we cannot upgrade her gear in here as she is being prepared to be the next Divine. Although I believe we'll be able to have her as a fighting companion again in the next DLC. Just I don't have to upgrade her gear then. But for the rest of us, I myself, I haven't done anything with my gear. I just changed my look a bit because I thought it might make sense to have a new look for the new DLC. It's now the same color as the bow has. We still have those two bows, the one with fire damage and the one with cold damage. Both with the chance to use hidden blades on a hit. I'll keep the fire one for now. We'll see if we need to go to the ice one in the future. For Sarah, I gave her one of the new armors that we found. It's like one of these Shalbritok? I don't remember the name. These dwarves that we found in the deep roads, or below the deep roads. We got the schematics for their armor, and I gave it to Sarah. She also received a new bow with cold damage. Actually, let me show that to you. That's the one that we found down the deep roads, Tespadam's Bane. It just gave her frost damage on top of it, and her target explodes for 150% weapon damage is already on it. I think that's really nice. Then Dorian, I couldn't make him a better armor, so I kept him the armor that I had, and also I couldn't find a better staff, so everything is the same for him as before. For Blackwall, I tried to give him new armor and a new weapon, but I created this vigorous Fury Great Shield, but the previous one is just better, apart from the 8 armor rating, but maximum health and chance to use Unbowed is so good that I needed to keep that one. For his armor, I made a new one, Firewalker Ethereal Battle Master Codes. This one, well, yeah. It has strength, constitution, a lot of resistances, a lot of maximum health, and he should still be able to gain guard here, because gain 5 guard on hit. I didn't give him a new battle axe because that one was just really good with the guard. Then Cole, I gave him one new dagger, which is the crushing flanking dirk, which has healed 25% of damage taken over 10 seconds in case he needs it. But he also has a lot of health, so he should be fine. And he has gained 5 guard with the Savage Thorn, so he should never really die. Should not. His armor is a Shoot Agile Warden armor with a lot of cunning, dexterity, and a lot of maximum health. That's also really nice for him, I think. For Vivienne, I forgot to change the colors, but I don't think that does matter that much. She can be fine in this. Just the helmet doesn't fit, but we won't see it anyway. I gave her Imbued Fury Mail, which has, 150 maximum health, which I think is needed for her. She was dying a lot when being hit, although I gave her also a new staff, which is basically not actually a new staff that I crafted, but one staff that we found below the deep roads, Isana's Song, because it has electricity damage and chance to inflict chain lightning, and I put a superb cleansing rune on top of it. I think so, if she uses this kind of staff, she won't go into melee. I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to check it out. Also, the style of this staff is amazing. And then Varric, I upgraded his Bianca with a precise scope to get more critical chance. Apart from that, he received a new armor, heavy armor in this case, Vigorous Fury Legion armor with cold resistance, fire resistance, and a lot of maximum health. Just give me 1 second. I want to, just to be sure, see, yeah, he still has 100% critical hit chance, but also because I gave him more hit chance with Bianca. So, yeah. Then, last but not least, Iron Ball. I tried to give him a new two-handed weapon, but I couldn't create a better one than the Swift Great Axe that I already have. For his armor, he also has one armor of those dwarves from below the deep roads, enduring strong breastplate, and I made it completely red because I think that looks amazing on him. Cold resistance, fire resistance, constitution and strength, and 10% chance to grant 5 seconds of walking fortress. So yeah, that's it. The only things that I kept apart from that were obviously my second bow, the vigorous fury great shield that I created for Blackwall, but which wasn't good enough. But I might keep it for Cassandra, she might have used on it, as well as the Helm of the Dragon Hunter, which I might not need since it doesn't have any strength or constitution, but I will see once we're able to, well, upgrade Cassandra. So, but for now, I've talked already 6 minutes before actually starting the DLC. I'm sorry for that, but I think it is necessary for you to be up to date. Let's go towards the Trespasser DLC and see what we find there. But I will save the game before, and then let's go. Alright, we do have one thing here, a cry in the dark. Oh, did I miss something here? Inquisition scouts supporting Legion of the Dead forces at the ruins of Hadrian Tyke report no contact with or sightings of Shaper Valta. Whoa, I didn't know that we would get another one here. However, a strange cry recently emanated from the Titan caverns, loud enough to be heard at the mining lift's campsite above. The cry's source remains unclear, but the voice was described as not belonging to either beast or darkspawn. Shaper Valta may be attempting to re-establish contact with her people and may require assistance. Okay. Josephine, the situation may be best handled by Ozama itself. Let us ask the king to send forces from the Legion of the Dead to search for Shaper Valta. I think that's a good idea because she knows them. Leliana, given the inherent dangers getting in and out of that location, a small reconnaissance team is best suited to search for Shaper.
You've styled your hair that way for ages now, Leliana. Why don't we do something new with it? I'm used to the way it is. What about our commander? He does something with his hair already. Oh, it does look very nice today.
I don't.
You mean it just gets that way on its own?
Not entirely.
Alright, a small reconnaissance team is best suited to search for Shaper Valta without attracting unwanted attention. Colin, this seems like a fool's errand, but perhaps a joint team from the Inquisition and the Legion of the Dead can determine the source of the cry with minimal risk. I would probably send Josephine. No, actually Colin might be the best here, because the Inquisition knows what's happened down there, and the Legion of the Dead, they know about, well, the dangers there, and they know Valta, so I think that might be the best.
To work?
A search of the Titan caverns all the way to Shaper Valta's last known location turned up nothing but a few small groups of Shabatol, who were quickly dispatched. Valta seems to have disappeared deeper inside the Titan, but she was not the only one who has vanished. The gravesite of Lieutenant Wren was recently disturbed, and his remains are missing. Oh, it is not known who took his body or why. There have been no more cries from the Titan caverns. Inquisition scouts reported one final discovery: the tunnel to the wellspring no longer exists. Attempts to delve into the blank rock face results only in broken tools and little trace on the stone itself. Somewhat nervously but emphatically, the engineers recommend leaving it be. Okay. Interesting. So we're not able to get to her again. Alright, it's time to attend the Exalted Council. Warning, beginning, the Exalted Council will lock off all other areas and plots and jump to 944 Dragon, 2 years after the death of Corypheus. There's no going back from this point. Since we have done everything else, I think we're ready for this. With Corypheus dead and the threat of fate rifts and demons waning, both Orlais and Ferelden have begun to raise questions about the future of the Inquisition. Divine Victoria, Cassandra, has promised to shield the Inquisition from political matters for as long as possible. Eventually, she plans to call the Exalted Council, a chance to determine the role and possibly the fate of the Inquisition. Recommended levels 20 or higher. Connections: Divine Victoria will not call the Exalted Council until you are ready, Inquisitor. Let's go. The Exalted Council will be held at the Winter Palace outside Halam Shiral. Thanks to Divine Victoria's negotiation with the ambassadors, we are ready to depart at your convenience. Let's go.
Another parade, another bloody negotiation.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you.
Poor
Our
Cullen.
real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
No one's there. Yet.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise du Lion, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, your worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
You can probably just call her Cassandra in private conversation.
You can, Inquisitor. I prefer to use her divine name. Our last divine once joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinia. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who was in charge.
Okay.
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria says she is better suited to the battlefield than the Sunburst throne, but she has restored the Chantry. And also people's faith in it. We are lucky to have her.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, your worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Orlais. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Imperium sent an ambassador?
Yes, your worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the
course.
chance to return from Tevinter. It will be good to see him again. I owe him my apology. I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us, and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, your worship, myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
Okay.
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras. For one, I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall.
Oh, of
I
course.
believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier.
Oh, nice.
Enjoy time with them while you can, your worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Okay.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
She would expand. The thing is, I know already what I want to do, and if you've watched my playthrough of the Veilguard, you know what I'm going to do.
You once told me about the first Inquisition that took place 800 years ago. You said that when their battle was over, that Inquisition's soldiers sheathed their swords and went home. If our battle is truly over, perhaps it's time for us to do the same.
Thank you. Maker watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
Speak with the Orlesian ambassador, the Ferelden ambassador, and catch up with old friends. Okay. We are in Halam-Shiral, or better, in the Winter Palace. And all of our characters are here. Josephine, Varric, Sarah, the Iron Bull, Cole, there's a question mark. Blackwall, Varric, yeah, Cullen, Liliana, Vivienne. Yeah, and Cassandra must be somewhere, and these are the ambassadors, but we're gonna talk to them at the end. At first, we're gonna talk to Josephine. I haven't seen Cassandra yet, but I guess we'll get to her. And we have 2 stations here. Let's see. First, we go to... Oh, wait a second. Can I maybe go up? Oh, maybe it is upstairs. I don't know. Possibly. Yes, it is upstairs. There is my girlfriend, or our girlfriend.
It's so good to see you, darling. I've been fielding Orlesian diplomats all afternoon.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence. But the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock. Idle chat with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Okay.
I do wish you'd warned me the game would take more work after Halam-Shiral.
It's strange. Those were somehow simpler times. Sometimes, I'm afraid I do not make enough time for you, my love. Please, come with me tonight.
Oh, why not? But let me ask her first, what is it about?
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Sure.
If it makes you happy, how can I refuse?
Oh, wonderful. I was worried we wouldn't find the time. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
What? apparently not so interesting.
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide.
Okay.
But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
The performance pales in comparison to the lovely lady I saw it with.
You are sidestepping the question.
Yeah.
Love leaves my tongue tied.
Well, in that case, I suppose allowances can be made.
Alright, you have more to say?
I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
Thanks. Not that. Oh well, what do we have here? Cole in the last few years, Inquisitor. Your suggestion regarding the young man Cole was excellent. He displays an uncanny ability to locate missing people. When hostile forces held our agents and we feared they would be killed if we approached, Cole was able to reach them without being detected. While he has been less useful overall at extracting intelligence, I have learned to trust his instincts about whether a target is trustworthy or malicious. Per your request, I have limited his assistance to rescue operations or attacks on clearly hostile forces. Whatever magic lives in the young man's mind, it would be poorly served by the less pleasant necessities of our work. His remarks about my family, while not germane to the mission at hand, were also greatly appreciated. Yours, Charter. Oh, do we have him here somewhere? Sarah, Iron Ball, Cole. Yes, he is here. The question mark was the merchant, I see. Alright. What do we have there? Josephine in the last few years. My dear Evelyn, Commander Cullen has reviewed the soldiers. I have written and received so many letters from the Elysian court. Our birds practically blot out the sun. We are as prepared for this Exalted Council as we will ever be. I know this past year has been full of formal meetings. Goodness knows I have attended many myself. But this one will truly test the alliances and friendships we have worked so hard to build. Take courage, darling, and please visit me before we begin the Exalted Council. It would make me so happy to see you. Love, Josephine. Well, we did that. Of course. There's something about Scout Harding, I've heard. We have read all letters, right? Oh no, there's another one. I have missed this one. Liliana in the last few years, Inquisitor. Unfortunately, I must report that my attempt to use nugs in place of messenger birds in the deep roads has not gone well. Yeah. On the first attempt, the nugs I released would not even go in the right direction, choosing instead to run around in circles and collide with walls while trying to squirm out from under the message canisters. After considerable training, the second attempt went slightly better, with only half trying to escape their collars, while the others at least tried to go in the right direction. However, none of the nugs arrived at their destination. I will require some of Charter's time in dealing with an All-Asian noblewoman I believe to be intercepting my nugs. From my surveillance, she appears to be dressing them in little frocks that are simply terrible. Nightingale. I see. What the heck? Alright then. Do we have someone here? No, but there's the room. Okay, but nothing in here, I guess. There is something. Oh, nice. We can find things here. What do we have there? Expensive dog treats. Bone-shaped dog treats baked in a mold. Fancy scrollwork and happy-looking dogs adorn the side. Smells faintly of ham and excess. Alright. And, the first Grand Enchanter. Grand Enchanter Lothair Hardwin was the first leader of the Circle of Magi when it was founded in 120 Divine. After Hardwin distinguished himself in battle during the Second Blight, Emperor Drakon himself endorsed him for the position. From all accounts, the Grand Enchanter performed admirably, but some speculate Hardwin was the second choice. That Drakon had another mage with connections to Inquisitor and Meriden in mind for the job. Tellingly, these debates are based on a half-finished letter to an army captain and the guest list of a party where Meriden and the Emperor were in attendance. If any proof ever existed, it is likely dust. The idea's merits should be treated as such for scholarship's sake. From a short primer of Orlay's most excellent and inspiring history by Lord Renors, published in 935 Dragon. Alright. We get some more lore here. Who is the next we're gonna meet? It has to be Varric because there's no... let me also check out the other area there before we go talk to Varric, because I don't want to miss anything here. Let's go up first. Yes, there is something up here. And there is actually something here. Another one of those expensive dog treats. And another book. Hardenheiton chapter 10. Okay, I'm not gonna read through Hardenheiton, because that's not going to be anything relevant or law relevant here. Oh, and hello. Hello, hello. What else do we have here? I can't open this one. Okay, well, we tried at least. Let's go and talk to Varric. Main plaza.
The Prince of Starkhaven wrote to you again.
Of course he did. Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
And the captain of the city guard had a very colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
I know both of these.
Inquisitor,
Both people of them.
Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you?
And the Inquisitor comes to the rescue once again.
Is that what you call it?
This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount
Provisional Viscount.
of Kirkwall.
And what are you doing now?
I have resumed my post as Seneschal now that Master Tethras has been elected Viscount.
You're the Viscount of Kirkwall now?
Well, it seems the two of you have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
So, it turns out you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
The worst job? I don't know if that's the worst job.
That's fantastic. You'll make an excellent Viscount.
I think the nobility figured, after Dumar and Perrin, what's the worst that could happen if we put the dwarf in charge?
Yeah.
They voted me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present.
Hey?
It's official recognition of your title and holdings in Kirkwall.
What?
Congratulations. You're a comtesse now.
You can't actually do that without...
Too late. Already did it. You should stop by Hightown sometime to see your estate. It's pretty nice. For Kirkwall, anyway.
Proper disposition of empty estates is supposed to...
You were leaving us to talk, remember?
I hope you didn't give me the one from your brother. That one was haunted. But we would be living close by Hawk, I guess. If he is there. She, sorry. And then, like, sometimes I play a male hawk and sometimes a female hawk, but in this continuity, it's a female hawk.
What brought all this on? I'm pretty sure it's not give your friends lavish titles day.
Well, what kind of Viscount would I be if I didn't abuse my position to give shit to my friends? I've got traditions to uphold. Oh, that reminds me. It's the key to the city.
You can't give that away without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets in the harbor.
Really? That is so much better than I thought.
What?
You can't give me the actual key that closes Kirkwall's harbor. That's absurd.
Finally, someone with sense.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it. Also, control of the harbor, I guess. Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though, right?
Of course.
I wouldn't miss it.
Don't bet any public buildings this time.
I guess he's still the best Viscount they had in years. Alright, we are now nearing 30 minutes. We still have to talk to a lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 people. Wait a second. Just want to make sure that... Where's Dorian? Dorian was supposed to be somewhere. Not some palace guests. Oh yeah, we checked that already. Wardrobe. I have to look at this as well. Well, I don't know where Dorian is. I hope we'll find him soon enough. I guess we'll see. But for now, I thank you for watching the beginning of the Trespasser DLC. In the next episode, we're going to talk to the rest of the team and then see, well, what our actual objectives are in here and what's going to happen. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.